increasing the minimum wage to $20.
Hi guys, welcome back to my run. Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Daemon Hunters. Still at the beginning a bit. So let's just continue.
You've got to be focused on what Californians need and what the affordability factor is as her reason for the $50 minimum wage, as opposed to worrying about why does it cost so much in California.
She's probably the dumbest woman in politics. I researched it. It's true. She's the dumbest woman in politics, Judge. So
Gonna do a run this year of another run through of XCOM modded core collection as well. So you might want to stay tuned for that one. If you're into this game, you'd probably be into that game too. 2017, so it's a bit older. But it's modded, so it's pretty cool.
You have my attention now.
And start flipping burgers. And then all the people with high school diplomas that were flipping burgers don't have a job anymore. And
It
they
is
can't
different
afford
from
to
what
buy
I've
the
seen with these
burger
puppets in the
because the burger
past.
now costs $40. And then the burger joint can't afford to stay in business because they can't sell $40 burgers and employ $50 an hour employees, so then they have to go out of business. So this Barbara-Lee woman is a heat
The Grey Knights will be needed in this task, and it is your duty to marshal them.
You know, Dana, the governor needs to back two union bills that raise the minimum wage in two industries only. Healthcare industry and the fast
I
food
have
industry.
previously been
And the
hunting
way they
heretics
got that
siphoning
was that
power
they
directly
pretty
from the
much
Haydex
promised
anomaly. Not
the
far from the
unions
previous
that they got
campaign.
assurances from the unions that would make the chains, the food chains, liable for labor violations. Anyway, so the worker loses.
Divining
But not
the
only that, the
visions of
consumer loses too,
Astropaths
because
is an
people are
art
already
in
being laid
itself.
off. So it was you can get in California $20 per hour beginning April 1st. This is a compromise. So it could have been much higher. And already there's stories out of California laying off delivery workers and figuring out a way to use automation, or just shutting down your operation completely, because it's not just the high cost to run a business,
24
it's also
days
the
left,
operating
okay.
center that you're going to get robbed all the time, so you can't figure it out. And it's the same with Biden and reflation. They just, if you're just dealing with basic economics, companies need to make a profit. They need to keep the lights on. I wish that Biden would discuss how much more companies are paying just to run their businesses, which is why they're doing what they're doing. Right. Right.
All right, let's do it head-to-head, because this is an exciting second campaign. Barbara-Lee versus Steve Garvey.
Even we
Does
must respect the
Barbara-Lee
authority
have a
of the
lifetime batting
Inquisition
average
when
of
its
24?
situation demands.
No. Does Barbara-Lee have over 2,000 hits? No. Did she ever play first base for the LA Dodgers? No. Does she have huge, hairy forearms? No. Steve Garvey, yes, on every one. Vote for Steve Garvey. Look, you can make it $50 an hour. You can make it $100. Why aren't you making it $100? That's heartless if you don't make it $100 or $200. The fact is, it really doesn't matter, because it doesn't make food cheaper. It doesn't make rent cheaper. It makes money cheaper. If there's no increase in supply in housing or food or energy, the cost is going to rise to what the market will bear. Everything then becomes disaster prices, or what the liberals call price gouging. And so they'll call for more price control, and then that'll cause an industry to collapse, and then you will need to rationate, and then of course at the end we're going to have to eat each other. I want Barbara-Lee.
Yeah, you know what? And California is the fourth most expensive state in the country. Why is that? Because the Democrats run it?
Republicans have run it too, but so whenever I hear an issue like this, or any issue, my instinct is always to figure out, like everybody, I hope, is to solve the problem. So I try to figure out when someone is saying something I disagree with, I want to get at what they're thinking of. Barbara-Lee, she's not the dumbest politician.
Who is?
She's got somebody in the running at the House with her. But we come back to that. She represents one of the most expensive places in the world to live, the San Francisco Bay Area, where you have the tech giants and all the things that happen. So I understand the instinct. My instinct always, when you're thinking about these things, is how do you ensure that you don't destroy small businesses while you're trying to also help employees? So over the last 30, 40 years, we've tried to use the tax code to do that. We tried to give businesses tax breaks in order to raise the wages, or give people breaks on their taxes when they file, to be able to support their families, support housing costs.
Light wound, 6 days, okay.
$50 an hour though is not the answer. I think you got to look at a more creative way of using the tax code, because the problem is what the problem is. There are people who are trying to work in San Francisco who can't afford to live anywhere near the people who want their fast food served, their hotel rooms clean, who want to be able to buy clothes or buy things in places. But the people who work at those places can't afford to live anywhere near the areas where they are. So I get it. $50 an hour for a small business is not sustainable. You got to figure out how you use the tax code in order to incentivize people working, incentivize businesses hiring people, and then give people a break on that tax. We now have people saying, well, 50% of Americans don't pay taxes. These people are earning $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year trying to live and serve people in communities all across the country. I dare say anybody who wants to trade places with somebody who doesn't pay federal taxes, go right at it. I'm sure I can convince a guy making $60,000 a year in the Bay Area to earn $6 million a year if they pay 40% of taxes. I'm not going to do that.
Our prognosticators have detected this bloom in 3 separate systems. We should examine one of them.
The fact is,
I have identified this planet as a mission location to combat the bloom. Let us examine further.
Our retirement tools and advice can help you
From
live a
here, you
legacy
can see some details for this mission, including the resources that Titan's Armoured will make available to us if we are successful.
Okay.
Cholesterol. I also tell them it can deplete their CoQ10 levels. I recommend taking Qunol CoQ10. Qunol has 3 times better absorption
New
than
project.
Qunol, the brand I trust.
Sleep more deeply and wake up rejuvenated. Purple Mattresses exclusive Jetflex grade draws away heat, relieves pressure, and instantly absence. And better, live purple. Right now, save up to $800 off mattress sets during Purple's President's Day sale. Visit purple.com or store near you.
Childhood cancer it's hard, but St. Jude's got us through it. St. Jude is hope for every child diagnosed with cancer because the research is being shared all over the world.
Diabetes can serve up a lot of questions, like what is your glucose and can you have more carbs? Before you decide, with the Freestyle Libre 3 system, know your glucose and where it's headed. No finger sticks needed. Now the world's smallest and thinnest sensor sends your glucose levels directly to your smartphone. Manage your diabetes with more confidence and lower your A1C, the #1 CGM prescriber in the U.S. Right for free at freestylelibre.us.
Inside the Biden impeachment decree, Ted Cruz has critical insight. Plus, Lara Trump details the future of the emergency live on Sunday morning purges with Open Mark. I'm supposed to be a king.
Oh, he's got the, okay, he's already got a cool one. What you got? Side cannon. She 4 swords. It's going to falchions. Ranged. Okay, don't have too much ranged. I am going to use that one on my guy. Okay. Him, apothecary. Load out. Range, no short law.
We're choosing remote learning instead of just giving students the day off. Judge,
We'll leave you with the regular one.
what do you think about it? Your kids might
Narcisium.
I don't want my kids to be on a
Okay.
or anything else. If it snows, you
You
give
got
them
5.
let them play in the snow, let it be real, let them interact. It's let them fall in the snow.
Deliver.
You don't have to sled and pull them around.
Your shot, turbo skulls.
Jesse Jr. got out of the snow, he did. And we need to bring romance back to snow days. Remember, you cannot say it's going to be a snow day the day before. You have to let the kids wake up in the morning and look out the window and ask mom or dad if they found out from the school if they have to go.
Yeah.
And then you get that guilt, excitement.
Yeah.
BP?
I'm for the snow day, not the remote learning, and I think that they should reduce teacher in-service days, which are just baloney. It's ridiculous. I mean, I get one in, like, maybe one a year, but they have like 10, so that way you could have a plus. It's teacher in-service days. It's where kids get the day off so the teachers can work.
Well,
Yeah.
Greg, you have a unique story about these.
Well, you know, Harold, back in my day, we didn't have snow days. We just trudged through the blizzard. That's how a lot of people go. But, you know, I grew up in California. We didn't have snow days. We didn't even have an earthquake day. The only time you got a day off is when you were kidnapped.
Excellent.
One more thing.
Hits from the bong.
But his vision thinned with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one. Or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
Hello, I'm former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. A lot of times you can't control the amount of sleep that you're getting. You can't fall asleep or you're tossing and turning all night. You can't get the sleep you need to stay healthy. I know, it's scary, unless you use Relaxium Sleep. Relaxium Sleep is a product that's made from natural ingredients, and it usually works from the very first night you try it. It helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed, earning your body those quality hours of sleep that it desperately needs.
Join the hundreds of thousands of people who've experienced the relief and health benefits from getting a great night's sleep and get Relaxium Sleep.
First time I took Relaxium, and I slept for the night. They stroked me.
Treated 87.
Believe it.
Relaxium Sleep is studied, tested, and designed by a neurologist to help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed.
Relaxium Sleep worked from the very first night I took it. I had more focus and mental clarity than I've had in years.
Relaxium is drug-free and not addictive, so you can take Relaxium every night and never worry about side effects. And the best part is, it can start working from the very first night.
When I take Relaxium Sleep, I sleep better than I have in years.
I wake up feeling like I've had the best night's sleep.
Stop being afraid and start sleeping your fears away with Relaxium Sleep. Your body and your mind will thank you. Mike Huckabee is so confident that Relaxium will work for you, he's asked us to give away 1,000 bottles.
If you're not getting calm enough to go to sleep, take Relaxium Sleep. I promise you.
Why have you led us here, Inquisitor? There is no sign of fire in combat.
Look more carefully. Those rules are old, but they are a mark of an active plague cult.
If that is true, my brothers will make short work of them.
Selling your home? Realtor.com's Real Choice Seller lets you choose from multiple agent proposals, because when agents compete, you win. Don't all have state-owned? Not really. Trust the #1 app real estate professionals trust. Download the Realtor.com app today.
Road now offers GLP-1s, revolutionary weight medications everyone is talking about. With Road, get the care you need to lose 15 to 20% of your body weight. One big shot. Get started at road.com/Road.
It's okay to change your style. Get messy. Get Love sign, you make the rules. The president also took the opportunity to blast Congress. This makeshift camp, mostly Chinese migrants who arrived here to make the president fighting intergalactic infect.
Moving swiftly.
Talk about snow day. Dogs gotta have snow day. Check out Percy in the snow today. That's a park. He was having a great time. Go through the pictures fast. It's great. Got it. Imagine that.
Sponsored by the property.
Stars within the shadows.
It'll be a great model for you guys.
Anything else? All right, tonight, 10 o'clock. Oh, this is going to be good. Goldstein is back. Joe DeVito, how did he get there? Cat Tip and Tyrus tonight at 10 p.m. Let's do this. Greg, sexy Austin news. Roll it, baby.
There we go.
That's it. That's it for Cincinnati. Dude.
Crush the Imperial lapdogs!
This way,
out of sight.
Columbus. Yeah. Botanical Gardens, Cincinnati. All right, it's fun.
Again,
John.
the goal is close. Let the hunt continue.
Tasty pancakes on set. What does everyone like to put on their pancakes? Their syrup, butter, fruit, caramel, peanut butter, salad,
Firing now.
whipped cream, banana,
Mercy death.
I'm a maple syrup.
yeah. You want to pass those down to the Okay, fine.
That looks delicious.
Bueno Magic retiring Shaq's number 32, the first Magic player to have his number retired. Shaq's the rhythm superman of basketball, my man.
Who's retiring?
Have a great night.
Nikki Haley's popularity in her home state might not be enough, as early voting is underway in South Carolina with just 1 week until the state's Republican primary. Good evening, I'm John Scott, and this is the Fox Report.
I strike true.
Holding a solid lead in Palmetto State, but Haley, the former governor there, is not shying away from the fight. Now she's targeting Trump over foreign policy after the sudden death of Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny. Haley is calling out Trump's past praise of
Death is our
and
creed!
slamming Trump's comments, suggesting Russia should invade NATO
On the
allies
way.
and pay enough for defense. But will it be enough to swing the GOP vote her way next week? Alexandria Hawk is live in Irmo, South Carolina.
Hi, John. Yeah, South Carolina is a state with one of the highest military populations in the country, so foreign policy certainly plays here. I just wrapped up speaking with the former governor just minutes ago, and she feels that some of Trump's past statements about service members will work against him here in South Carolina.
Onward,
That
brothers!
includes comments made about Haley's husband, Michael, who Trump pointed out has been absent from the trail. Well, that's because he's been serving with the National Guard. Here's Haley at an event on King Island.
He said, any military members who lose their lives in combat are losers and suffers. At Arlington National Cemetery, his comment was, what was in it for them? And now you're going to look information includes your home state, though. The latest Monmouth University poll puts the former president at a 58.2% lead over Haley in this primary next Saturday. Former President Trump, well, he's not expected to arrive here in South Carolina until Tuesday. Today, he made a stop at the footwear convention SneakerCon in Columbia, urging young people to get involved.
Oh, monster! Watch over me.
Thing to go out and vote, right? We're going to remember the young people especially that wear sneakers.
Well, apparently the former president wants his young people to be wearing his sneakers. He did today that are going to be up for sale, it seems. But bringing it back here to President Trump has criticized the process here, and that is next week. Registered Democrats can't actually participate in the Republican primary so long as they did not pass
All enemies have been cleansed. Good work, Commander.
Alexandria Hawk in Irmo, South Carolina.
Excellent shot.
About your footwear. I'm sure you don't have those gold sneakers on. Thanks, Alex. Tune in tomorrow as America reports anchor John Roberts hosts a town hall in Columbia, South Carolina. Here on Fox News Channel tomorrow. And then this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, our Laura Ingram will host a Donald Trump town hall in Greenville, South Carolina. As Fox's up-to-date coverage continues right up until President Biden just spoke on Russia and Ukraine after leaving church moments ago. He says he spoke with Ukrainian President Zelensky today and let him know he's confident more aid is coming. Lucas Tomlinson in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, with more on that. Lucas.
That's right, John. President Biden speaking to reporters here in Rehoboth Beach a few minutes ago where he blasted Congress for not passing that aid to help Ukraine defend itself.
The idea that now we have run out of ammunition, we're going to find it so this country is very much so I think we're going to get them ammunition so
Biden continued to blame Russian President Vladimir Putin for the death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, Putin's fiercest critic who bravely returned to Russia after being poisoned by the nerve agent Novichok. Navalny recovered in a German hospital. He could have stayed there, John, and continued his crusade against Putin outside Russia. Instead, he bravely flew back 3 years ago and was promptly arrested. Minutes ago, Biden reiterated
What's this?
he was responsible for his death.
fact of the matter is, Putin is responsible for it. We're responsible for the circumstances. The friction that we use.
He's an apothecary.
Earlier today, Vice President Harris spoke in Munich alongside Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the same security conference where Putin blasted the West in 2007 and really set in motion his invasion plans for Georgia the following year and Ukraine in 2014. Secretary of State Blinken was also in the security conference warning his Chinese and Indian counterparts about Russia's new anti-satellite nuclear weapon, saying global communications and GPS is at risk. The former head of U.S. and NATO forces in Europe said Putin has not been stopped. We need to step back and realize that Mr. Putin has made a decision that he can get away with pretty much anything he likes in this world because the leaders of the West are not
Okay, good.
willing to task. Biden also blasted House Republicans for going on vacation and called in Congress, of course. He says they should be passing that aid instead. The President's Day weekend here in Rehoboth Beach, President Biden will head out west to Los Angeles for the second time this month for more fundraisers. John?
All right, Lucas Tomlinson with the president in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Lucas.
Hold back the plague. Okay.
Another potential national security threat growing at our southern border. Unvetted Chinese migrants are coming over the California border in droves. Fox saw more of them cross this week than in the entire 2021 fiscal year. The one migrant told us he's here looking for a job. But is that the case with all of them? Rick Jenkins is live in Arcona, California, about an hour east of San Diego. More on that, Rick. That's right, John, and important to note that that Chinese migrant told me he was coming for a job isn't a reason to claim for asylum. We have a group of Chinese that's just shown up here in Hakuba. We'll show you that. The Border Patrol now processing them. There's a group of about 60 or 70, of which about 20 are Chinese nationals. You can see here, and as the Border Patrol vans show up, they'll begin to load them up and take them to process. If we just scoot over here, you can see there are also other migrants. We have migrants from Colombia, Peru, Brazil, and Ecuador as well. They have a bit of a makeshift camp here. Actually, a
Plasma reactor.
showed up over here. I'll show you just in the distance. Brought out some spaghetti
To the next episode.
these migrants. And we spoke to one of the Chinese.
Bro, put one. Well, warp drive, 20% ship speed. That's good. Research. Locked. Improved reactor output 1. Oh, here.
And John, as they're loading up these Chinese migrants, it's worth pointing out the numbers. There were more than 20,000 Chinese nationals crossing the entire southwest border since October 1st when the fiscal year
It's like to be
began.
bumping City of Compton.
90% are in this area alone. And as you mentioned at the top, the concern with Border Patrol officials are these agents don't speak Mandarin, so there's initially a
We have restored functionality to the algorithm and should review our prognostic requirements.
Why they're here, you saw from
When
these images,
prognosticators are attuned to a system, they will extend the mission timer in all adjacent systems.
share this information with us about them. John, and I'm told, Griff, that the number of migrants who are actually allowed to stay win asylum cases is much higher than those migrants from other nations. That's correct, and the numbers vary. You can say, give or take, maybe about 50% is what some of the latest reporting is. But the challenge, of course, John, is sending them back. We don't have a repatriation agreement with China to send them back, so once they're here, they're kind of stuck here. And of course, in California, we saw a lot of them last year in Texas, but in California now, this is ground zero because the surge is moved out west. John? All right, Griff Jenkins from Hakuba, California. Griff, thank you. For more on this, let's bring in Florida Republican Congressman Carlos Jimenez. He sits on the House Homeland Security Committee. Congressman, you just heard that report from Griff Jenkins about the numbers of Chinese, astounding numbers of Chinese who are coming across the southern border. Why? Does it raise
This
concerns
poxwalker
with
was
you?
one of the Imperial faithful, afflicted with a strain of mutagenic virus.
A lot of them are coming over to gain freedom.
There is no doubt we are dealing with the work of the plague god Nurgle.
Embedded in there are
This must be the
other people
gloom
that are coming in
whispered
from
of in
various
those
purposes that
astropathic
China is our
fragments.
number one adversary in the world.
Within the carcass, I found a germ of some ancient power corrupted with a foul psychic resonance. This seed is used to spread the virus. Of that I am certain, but it arrived to me damaged, and there is little else I can learn from it.
GA wannabe.
In order to study how we might fight this plague, I must acquire one of these seeds completely intact. I can instruct your brothers on how to extract these specimens properly. Please ensure they pay attention.
After that
The Emperor
Chinese
loathes
spy
indolence.
craft went floating
Let's
over the
not
United
disappoint
States
him.
in 2023. There was a great deal of concern, obviously, but President Biden ultimately said, it's all over, we've taken care of it. Not
This
a big
is
issue.
Inquisitor Cartha Vakir of the Ordo Malleus. I am alumnus of Avixia Danica. Access code Clarion Magenta 111721. I require immediate response from Titan.
This is Grandmaster Thardan Kai's response. This act borders on heresy. The screams of the Astropods you burned already reverberate through the world. It is fortunate for you that I am prosecuting a campaign in the nearby Crimea. I suggest you explain yourself, and quickly.
Grandmaster, I have commandeered the baleful edict. We face...
You have seized a Grey Knight strike.
As is my right, I have foreseen dire omens for this sector. Already Nurgle's poxwalkers roam free.
Oh, indeed. I'm surprised an agent of your pedigree is not equipped to deal with such lesser threats. Agravain, perhaps you can clear up this nonsense for me.
My lord, we fell in battle during our last campaign against the Cadium cult. We had been returning to Titan for repairs when this Inquisitor was
Brother Ekman, that is sorry news. I trust then that you have appointed one of our brothers to act in his stead. Well, speak up then, Commander. For you to the Inquisitor's story.
Bill did not pass in Congress. He says it's a sign that, congressional Republicans, especially in his view, are not serious about border security. Your answer?
My answer is that he took 64 steps to destabilize the border as soon as he became president. The reason that we have this
don't know what to pick.
And it's not like we have been saying, hey, what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is wrong. But remember, they always kept telling us that the border was under control.
That specimen we collected is proof of something far more foul.
Proof is drawn from hard data, which you have yet to provide. If this is not a serious outbreak, I am inclined to recall my brothers back to Titan.
Oh, then it seems I must raise this matter with the Lord Inquisitor. The baleful edict will of course have to remain here until we can strike a formal tribunal, which given the current location may well require several months.
Then he proves us right. It
I
was
had
his
hoped
doing
we
all
might
along.
avoid all
It's his doing all along. It's been done on purpose.
I suppose the chamber should not be seen to serve
Well,
as
his Homeland
no matter
Security
how busy.
Secretary,
I will leave the edict in your hands for now, and send you what resources I can spare.
You have my thanks, Grandmaster, but there is yet another reason I desired to speak with you. As steward of the Armory of Titan, I had hoped you could release further assistance.
Oh, thank you. I will give you 60 Tertane solar days to prove this threat warrants the deployment of an entire strike force. Battle-worn as it is, Strike Force Cyclops could be put to good use in several campaigns across the galaxy. Any further requisition from my arsenal will have to be earned.
But I...
After each Grandmaster's report, you can spend your requisition to unlock and upgrade armor slots. The resource slot gives you access to the new Knight reinforcements, servitors, grimoires, and other resources at the end of a mission.
The crisis at the border lays at the feet of President Biden and Secretary Mayorkas, the two of them. This is their policies that created this mess.
You can only unlock or upgrade each slot once per report. Slot upgrades increase your chance of accessing more and better equipment and resources.
We've been talking to them for 3 years. Hey, you got to, not only us in Congress.
It's so hard to pick. It's so hard to pick.
Hey, these are the things you have to do to control this border. He refuses to do it. Congress refuses to do it because it's on purpose. They like it.
Thank you.
Armor.
Police are now searching for a killer after 2 people are found dead in a dorm at the University of Colorado Springs. A campus
and
has now been lifted as the investigation continues. Let's go live to Christina Coleman. She has the latest on the man up there. Christina.
Hi, John. Yes, the manhunt continues. Now, officers found
we'll start with range, then the next one pick melee. Oh, we can pick them now.
Both students were shot at least once. It's unclear what led to this violence. Police have not publicly identified the
okay.
in this case, and so far, no word on a motive for the shooting or a description of a possible suspect.
We'll have to be careful about what we share so that we can protect both the investigation and the subsequent prosecution.
It's been a very
rank 1.
The students at this university. The school community was already processing the loss of another student who died suddenly from a medical emergency just days ago at the student rec center.
It was already a tragic week for everyone. It was just really hard. It's been really lonely, not even just everybody has just been on edge. So something like this, you wouldn't even have expected it in general.
campus-wide lockdown went into effect for an hour and a half after the shooting on Friday. Police do not believe there is an ongoing threat to this community. However, some are still on edge since no arrests have been announced in this case. The campus is closed this weekend and Monday's classes are canceled as students and staff come to terms with the double murder that has rocked this community.
Our collective thoughts and heartfelt sympathies are with all the victims, their grieving families, and all the members of the UCCS campus who are facing this difficult time.
And counseling services are being offered at the campus wellness center to help students process this deadly violence. John?
Christina Coleman. Christina, thanks. Coming up, an angry former President Trump planning his next move after a
Let's get war gear just in case. Okay.
Prosecutor Doug Burns joins us to talk about the legal risks and potential gains that Trump's attorneys face moving forward. He's next.
We both have work to do. What do you need?
I'm a guy who lost a bet.
It is not so simple.
As if watching my team lose wasn't punishment enough. And if you cover car insurance, odds are you get paid for that yourself. So get all state.
Eyes feeling dry, tired, stressed? Get a boost of moisture with BioTrue Hydration.
I need the seeds intact for further study.
They're preservative-free, gentle, and made with naturally inspired ingredients. Stay BioTrue to your eyes.
I won't let my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis symptoms define me.
Emerge as you with Tremfya.
Do I bore you?
90% clearer skin at 4 months. And
The Grey Knights and Inquisition have worked together since the earliest days of our orders.
Tell your doctor if you have any infection or symptoms, or if you had a vaccine implanted.
Emerge as you. Emerge Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
We each have our own role to play as
I
partners.
open up with 4
Yes,
a.m. and as
partners
you can see,
in my
you're
mission.
intensely active. When people say, Carolyn, what's your secret? I say, it's been proper
Know that I will not
proper
sacrifice your men
I've been taking
unless the need is
for
great.
several years. I endorse it, I believe in it, and I would recommend it. Start your journey with Balance of Nature supplements. Get 35% off plus $10 off any additional set.
Do I bore you?
Your first order
Yes,
of
you've taken enough of my time.
by using discount code Fox News.
Ooh. 48 days. Stratagem system and Quicksilver. Foxwalker necropsy. What's this?
The last day of Q. One child's life will be saved. At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, because of you, the impossible becomes possible for kids everywhere.
Quicksilver.
Possible start to become a monthly donor.
+1 requisition.
From vicinity self-motivation, inside Florida's no-crime legislation, and what to expect next in the race for 2024, the Florida governor is sounding off tonight.
Necropsy. Psychic attunement. 48 days. -2 corruption in the system. That'll come in handy. Days. Okay. Back. Ah.
Consider this requirement fulfilled. An unclean organic thing fouling my ship.
I'm 14 years from you. Never thought that would be possible. You know, Wayne made that possible.
Affirmative. Risk factors remain significant. I must attend to repairs.
Progress.
Alcoholics Anonymous. Look now. For more information, visit AA.org and
Do you seek wisdom, Commander? I am no ancient, but might be of some help.
Corrupt. He's also promising to appeal the judge's ruling that orders him to pay more than $350 million in fines. CB Cotton is
Besides
live
a
outside
clear violation
Tower
of
in New York
communication
City with
protocol.
more on this case. CB.
Good evening, John. In her campaign for the role of New York State Attorney General, Letitia James vowed she would investigate former President Donald Trump and his business dealings. Now, 5 years later, she appears to be celebrating the judge's
Arcane
ruling in the
talent
civil fraud
uses
trial
catalyst
against
for
Mr.
corruption
Trump.
as
James
scarcely a
writing on
novelty
X,
to our
quote,
knights
"So
of
how's
Ivory.
everyone feeling today?" End quote. Judge Arthur Engeron wrote his
The
92-page
Grand Master
opinion
will
of
weigh
the
our
president
value
and his
to
sons
this
engaged in
campaign.
a decades-long scheme to defraud banks and lenders, and he said they showed no remorse in doing so. Engeron ruled Trump submitted false financial statements to banks to secure more favorable loan terms. Former President Donald Trump has been barred from leading any New York firm for 3 years, and his sons, Don Jr. and Eric, have been barred for 2. The judge's decision comes the day after a judge set a date for what could be Mr. Trump's first criminal trial, now slated
Perhaps
to begin
there's
on
some
March
truth to
25th.
this puzzle
Mr.
we
Trump
do not
faces a
yet
combined
see.
total of 91 state and federal charges across 4 criminal cases. Trump, outside his Mar-a-Lago home, called the civil fraud trial a sham meant to hurt his run for the White House.
If I weren't running, none of this stuff would have ever happened. None of these lawsuits would have ever happened. Nothing would. I would have had a nice life. But I enjoy this life for a different reason. We make America great again.
Meanwhile, Attorney General Letitia James called it a massive victory.
The court, once again, ruled in our favor, and in favor of every hard-working American who plays by the rules. Donald Trump and the other
Whatever best
defendants were
helps you,
ordered to pay $463.9 million.
All tech priests are
That represents
sensitive.
$363.9 million in
There is no
disgorgement,
deal I trust
plus
more to look after the
$100 million
bail.
in interest, which will continue to increase every single day until it is paid.
Her competence is beyond question.
Trump and his attorney have vowed to appeal. John.
CB Cotton, outside Trump Tower in New York City. CB, thank you. For more on this, let's bring in criminal defense attorney and former federal prosecutor Doug
Ancient,
Burns.
yes,
All right,
assuredly.
Doug, so he's going to appeal, the former president is. Where does that go? Which appellate court hears it? And what's the strategy?
Well, John, it's the appellate division of the Supreme Court, first department. New York State has 4 departments, Manhattan.
Whatever best helps you, Commander.
That's where the appeal will be heard. Various grounds. The judge needs to look at the general liability and on the papers. And then just, as before closed, the defendant, Trump, from presenting evidence, to counter the other. I mean, the defense side evidence, including such things, experts explain.
Okay, good.
That's a very unusual case, John. When I was in the U.S. Attorney's Office, we would decline a case if somebody inflated assets to get a loan, but the loan performed. That was just a matter of
Status.
policy. So you have to ask the overarching rhetorical question, which the former president referred to.
True.
If you were not involved in politics, would this case have been brought against him? The answer is no. Honestly, everybody knows that. So, again, we'll see what happens on appeal. It's always hard to predict appeals. It'll be heard by 5, judges on the
Void shields.
the other issue, really quick and very important, is I'm sure that the Trump legal team is going to try to get a stay on some of these, prohibitions from doing business and that type of thing, John.
50% XP.
Essentially saying that, interest is going to accrue every day until it is paid. But while it is appealed, does that actually happen? I mean, would they pile on more interest?
Well, it depends on what the appellate court says, honestly. And they will ask to suspend that, and we'll see what they say. One editorial, which is obvious and unfortunate. I mean, this was a public official who ran on a platform, as you guys said, of getting a particular person. That's trouble. That's troubling. That's like the old high school social studies, the bill of attainder, singling somebody out. So, and then just now you can see the anger. This will accrue every day. So, she is really, she's easily exposed as driving a political agenda here. But we'll
see, because she used a technical statute that doesn't require loss, by the way. That's important to note. So again, we'll see how it plays out on appeal.
Yeah, interesting to see whether this judge's verdict and the monetary figure stands. Let's move now, Doug, to this week's evidentiary hearings in Atlanta over allegations that the Fulton County District Attorney Bonnie Willis had an affair with a married prosecutor that she hired to lead the state's election interference case against the former president. Her surprise testimony was confrontational at times. Here are some of the things she had to say on the witness stand Thursday. Listen.
And it's highly offensive when they try to implicate that you
Showing no critical injuries.
Contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine. So let's be clear, because you lied in this. Let me tell you which one you lied in. Right here. I think you lied right here. No.
Glorious themes are optional objectives that add risk to a mission, but grant requisition rewards on success. You must choose whether to accept before beginning the mission.
So, what do you think? Does she get to keep the case that she has filed against Donald Trump, Doug?
Well, there are two issues real quick. One, did she select this individual because she was in a romantic relationship with him, as opposed to objectively selecting somebody? That's why it's not so much the salacious aspect of relationships. The point is, if you're in a romantic relationship with another lawyer and you select that lawyer, that's a conflict of interest on its worst day, and it's certainly the appearance.
Apothecary.
Then he gets all kinds of money paid to him, and then they're going on vacation together. So they both did very, very poorly as witnesses on those two issues. Number one, it was clear that the relationship started in 2019. An objective, calm witness who worked there came in and said that both of them tap danced or barricaded all over the place on that question. And then on the question of going on vacation, she really made a surprising move, which I think is going to hurt in the long run.
Scepter is good.
Paid him back in cash. That was really a shocker because, after all, bank records show how much cash people take out. She was not paid, obviously, in cash in her job. So I think that's going to hurt her. Now, to your question, I'm not avoiding. I think there's a good likelihood that the judge will take her off the case and take Mr. Wade off the case. But again, I can't predict it with certainty. But I think that's the correct move. And then, not to be overly melodramatic, but if they both lied in court, that's a serious matter as well, John.
Yeah, especially when you're in the position she's in as district attorney. Todd Burns, always good to see you, Doug. Thanks.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
More stories ahead on the Fox Report coming up after the break. We will be right back.
You always got your mind on the break. Not you. Your business bank account puts money now for its 5% APY. That's how you business different. Intimate quick ones.
Ah, here it is. Okay.
Anti-cavity mouthwash for 24-hour cavity protection. Try Therabrand mouthwash.
2 interceptors. Just a car purgator. This is good. Bring a newbie to level them up.
The issue of animal cruelty and animal suffering across this country is an enormous issue. It's easy sometimes to kind of disassociate with something that's not right in front of you. Our commercials are showing footage, and it's often a softened version of what is actually occurring in these situations. We see dogs carrying chains heavier than their own body weight, and this is how this dog lives its entire life. Basically a circle. This is its whole existence. We have found dogs with no protection from the elements, to be without shelter, without adequate water. Sometimes they're just left to languish until they die.
And that's why we need your support more urgently than ever.
The Ultramarines appear to have been holding this ground until a recent Death Guard assault.
Curious. I would not have expected Nurgle to use direct force to lay the groundwork for the bloom.
Yes, the Plague Lord's methods are generally more indirect.
And so much worse.
Skirmish held
But
some other
today, you can take
Commander, your brethren must recover one of these seeds from a living host. I have trained your warriors to focus their senses. If they perform a precision strike in hand-to-hand combat, they should be able to locate and extract any seed present within the foe.
Will save lives. That's our promise. Do it in the next 5 minutes, and we'll send you this exclusive t-shirt and welcome kit.
If you are there in person and you see what we're seeing and you hear the cries and the whimpering and you feel the fear in most people, be as outrageous. I
Hear their cries. Listen to your heart and help. Fall or stand down. Anti-today. It's a little tale with a big story to tell. I take one's daily giants. Easy to see.
470 of your body. For adults with type 2 diabetes and low heart disease. Cardiovascular disease.
Serious side effects may include ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, congenital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of infection in your legs or feet. Taking Jardiance with a supply urea or insulin may cause lung function. Jardiance is really simple.
Through the Emperor. Keep searching.
As the crisis at our southern border intensifies concerns about
Chaos stirs within the shadows.
across New York City, federal officials say 2 suspects in
Target
the Times
acquired.
Square attack on NYPD officers have ties to a notorious Venezuelan gang known as Tren de Aragua. And the brutal beating is not the only instance of violent crime in tourist areas in this city. A 15-year-old migrant was arrested on attempted murder charges last week. Police say he shot a tourist while trying to rob a sporting goods store on Broadway near Times Square. Let's bring in Joe Gennady, National Vice President of the Fraternal Order of Police. Some people say, Joe, that in a big city like New York, you're just going to have crime and you're going to have police.
Show to the unworthy.
Vicious attacks on innocent citizens and NYPD officers perpetuated by gang members who are in this country illegally. You just have to ask yourself, this can be completely avoided. Grand larcenies are up 15%.
Yes,
Robberies are up 10%. There is crime and disorder everywhere you look because elected officials from President Biden down to the local DA have failed you. The President Biden and the federal government need to secure our southern border to stop the flow of illegals coming into this country. Elected officials in New York need to repeal sanctuary laws so that we deport these dirtbags after they commit these crimes. And DA Alvin Bragg needs to get off his ass and actually do his job, like prosecute criminals, instead of letting them out over and over again. Otherwise, we're going to continue to see countless unnecessary victims experiencing untold trauma because these people failed to act. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, bad enough that, somebody gets assaulted by a group of illegals, but to assault a police officer, I mean, the symbol of law and order in this country, those cops were.
Not only assault the police officer, but then arrogantly flip off the cameras after they're released on just a pinky promise to show up to court, thanks to DA Alvin Bragg. And they know that they're not going to be held accountable for their actions because guess what? One of them was picked up for robbing the Macy's just a few days later. And those suspects are just the walking embodiment of everything that is wrong with our country right now. They came through illegally, they've been arrested, they go right through the revolving door. This is going to be held accountable.
We have purified this place.
Yeah, Alvin Bragg, the DA, let a number of the suspects in the attack on the cops walk away. No bail.
Yeah, of course. And John, it's so ridiculous because they have absolutely no ties to the community. They have no gainful employment. They're in
just about every felony
Something here too.
across his desk. He's a complete embarrassment. And if he had any sort of integrity whatsoever, he would resign his post. Because under his leadership, you've just seen New York continue to evolve into a cesspool. And it's not fair that hardworking, law-abiding people in those communities
Keep
are just
searching.
trying to make a better life for them and their families.
And then there was the case of a 15-year-old migrant who is accused of shooting a woman in Times Square after he tried to rob
These heretics will suffer the ultimate punishment.
Ran off to Yonkers, the next town north of
Onward, brothers.
where he was arrested. Here's the video of him being carried in front of the cameras and crying while he's being put on display.
Yeah, well, you can go ahead and save them crocodile tears for somebody else. Because here is a violent suspect who thankfully appears to actually be charged as an adult for shooting someone in Times Square. But that's
I must sanctify my rounds.
because he's been arrested previous times and they haven't thrown the book at him. So what lesson is he learning? The same lesson that every other criminal in this country has learned, which is there's not going to be any consequences when I commit these crimes, so I'm going to continue to escalate my behavior. And that's why we see our country being a more violent place than it has been in the last 30 years. I mean, we have 20,000 homicides for 3 years in a row in the United States of America. We haven't seen that number since the mid-1890s.
Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, is a former cop and seems to wonder, why the sanctuary city designation that is applied to New York City, why that's such a bad thing. The governor could change that, right? She could get rid of that designation.
Well, they should certainly repeal the sanctuary city law because that's it stands right now with the great their job, risking their lives to put people in jail.
Here's a
when
good
they actually
spot.
arrest these illegals, they get into the jail, and there's no communication to have them.
They're real.
But you know what? Mayor Adams has got plenty to blame on all of this because while he tells people, hey, do not come to New York City because we are full, we don't have any more room for illegal migrants in our city. But oh, by the way, here's $53 million in free gift cards for anybody that comes here. I mean, you can't tell people not to come and then give them a financial.
All right, on.
It's a complete joke.
Meantime, school kids are being told in schools that the schools can take care of migrants.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Here you have school children who are trying to get an education, and you're getting people who come to this country illegally.
We have purified this place.
We have given away a generation of urban residents. Now we're seeing deserts, financial deserts. They have to travel miles just to get to a grocery store because crime is so bad.
There it is. Commander, harvest the seed from that creature's flesh.
Okay. I see you.
Instead, we're prioritizing people who have broken the law to come here and don't seem to want to follow the laws that we have in place.
Yeah, it is a scary time. Joe Gamaldi is Fraternal Order of Police National Vice President. Joe, thank you.
Thank you.
Much more ahead when the Fox Report returns.
The Aegis shields us.
Known as a loving parent. Known for lessons learned. Known for being a free spirit. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can. Keytruda is known to treat cancer. FDA approved for 16 forms of cancer. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or pathogen.
Irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness, changes in appetite,
Less than nothing.
memory problems, muscle finger weakness, fever, rash, itching, or brushing, to all the other side effects.
Commander, your duty is to
Fuck.
extract the seeds, not destroy them.
Pain is the
That was fucking stupid of the AI. Oh well.
really a scratch.
Combination of other treatments and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials to find ways to treat stem port.
The Emperor's fury. Another battle ends in triumph.
Where was the other one? There's got to be one more. There it is. Gonna go this way.
It's 100% made in the USA, covered by 60-day money-back guarantee and 10-year warranty. So when you buy and go back out, the number on your screen, use your promo code to save 40% and your entire order ships absolutely free.
Every day, more dog people and more vets are deciding it's time for a fresh approach to pet food. Sustaining the kittens and killing the cats and feeding their dogs. Dog food that's actually
Moving swiftly.
developed with vets, made from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog, and delivered right to your door. It's smarter, healthier, pet food. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/realfood.
Take your position.
Another seed. More care this time.
Relieves pressure and instantly taps. Better live purpose. Right now, save up to $800 off mattress sets for Purple's President's Day sale. Visit Purple.
Okay.
Come on, yellers, and I'd like to show you my favorite sandwich in balance and right. Strokes till you feel comfortable with pleasures that on your skin. I get this beautiful natural color.
The Emperor protects.
Parents, is this what your kids are learning about President Trump? There's a reason he's leading the presidential race, and like Huckabee wants to show your kids why. It's President Trump. Get it for free at freetrumpguide.com.
We have it. My commendations to that knight. Return with that seed as soon as you can.
That job doesn't clear. Commander, I recommend you fortify until you can be extracted. We have some unpleasant company in town.
Hezbollah
Burn the seed from this rock.
northern Israel towns with rocket fire and scaring off residents on both sides of the border. Meanwhile, IDF soldiers are moving south and through Gaza to Rafah in their hunt for Hamas terrorists. Mike Tobin has more on the new war strategies emerging in Israel.
John, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told the Israeli press tonight that the offensive in Rafah is over. He also said that creation of a Palestinian state now would in effect be a gift in response to the October 7th massacre. This as the tension on the border with Lebanon reaches its highest level since the October attack. On Wednesday, 8 people were injured, 1 killed by rocket fire in Israel's north. The IDF responded to an airstrike some deep in the north. At least 3 Hezbollah fighters, 1 commander were killed. As soon as the Hezbollah funerals were over, rockets returned to the north of Israel. The north is a ghost town. 90% of the people have left. Shortly after the October 7th attack ignited through rocket fire. Most of the shops are closed and the people have and the world watches nervously slip into another war. The Israelis living in the north will. They feel the resolution that ended the last war was not respected, so Hezbollah is an armed force on the border. Great threat as Hamas in the south.
I sense the enemy converging.
Commander, I sense a massive spike in war activity below.
It is a war surge, Inquisitor, such as are common in many battles between fighters.
And yet your brothers and Kay restrained their powers. Something foul is at work below.
In Gaza, the law promises there are no plans to drive Palestinians into Egypt. John, back to you.
All right, Mike Tobin in Tel Aviv, Israel. Mike, thanks. And here are some other headlines from around the globe. In Germany, top
I am the Emperor's fury!
supposedly candid and constructive security conference. Secretary emphasized the need for peace and open lines of communication. In Croatia's capital, Zagreb, thousands of people took to the streets farmers are blocking roads and holding marches to demand guaranteed crop prices. Continued protests could impact India's upcoming elections.
They shall not pass.
Japan launched its H3 rocket this morning. Successfully it's a morale boost for the country's space industry. Less than H3 failed its debut flight. And in Doha, Qatar, the United States and China tied in swimming with 6 gold medals at the World Aquatics Championships. Overall, China leads with 22.
My armor remains a fortress.
As any other nation. And that's a look at some stories from around the globe. Still to come on the Fox Report, last year's Daytona 500.
I am here to serve.
Mother Nature is threatening to put damper on this year's race. More on that next.
Justice. Vengeance.
25 years, Love Sack has been rewritten. It's okay to change your style. It's okay to change your mind. And to change things up.
But once.
Get messy. Get first.
For the Emperor. The must we are.
This ain't you. We don't care who cures cancer. We just need to test the cure. It's a bold initiative to try and find cure.
I have sanctified my realms.
It is our
Bluetooth.com's review apps will show you precise qualifiers.
With me, my brother.
Don't all not really. Trust the
Religious.
Download the Bluetooth.com app today.
The crazy thing about GLP-1s is that my cravings have completely disappeared. I'm not quite sure how something that's just a little tiny prick can be so powerful. It's not that.
The Emperor.
Celebrating freedom to choose options.
You have been judged.
Excellent.
Everything about caramels is slow, except how fast they come and go. Caramels.com. 26 delicious flavors, kettle cooked to perfection.
Excellent round.
Caramels.com. Treat yourself or someone
I think we got +1 requisition too, so that's good.
space weapon. What will it take for lawmakers to come together?
Excellent, excellent.
Select as many rewards as you like. Unspent requisitions
What's
will
this?
be used after future missions or at the next Grandmaster's report.
The only way to stop her is to get her.
Reading positive story program. Work with our dogs by reading stories to them. Interaction with our therapy dogs that make a very big difference with day-to-day mental health. Thank you for your support. It allows our therapy dog program to senior and youth and me.
Level 2, just a car. Here's the level 1 that I haven't used yet.
Randy Campbell of Fox Weather is in Daytona.
And so level 2.
This weekend of racing has seen it get 2 to 3 inches of rain, more than any other Daytona 500 weekend.
Okay.
It rained on and off on Saturday, canceling practice for the 500. The big question is, will teams be able to take off for what's basically the Super Bowl of NASCAR driving on Sunday? The weather forecasts aren't looking good with heavy rain expected on Monday morning. Regardless, fans are still showing up.
No matter what it is, if it's Monday, we're going to be here. I'm really disappointed in the rain. We've got a lot of fun this week. It's the nature of the beast. You know, you buy tickets a year in advance. You don't know what to expect.
We can't wait for the rain to go away to start the race. An NASCAR rep told me they would do what they can to raise a planned and wait out the rain, but safety is their #1 priority. With no tread on these tires, the car chief for team #4 explained why.
So rain obviously makes the track more slippery because now that's the real time you're driving. You know, the stopping distance changes and the traction of the car changes. So there's some features on the car that we have in different tracks that we're more equipped to race in the rain, and Daytona's just not one of those tracks.
They do have a system to drive the track if they get a chance to race on Sunday. They use over a dozen airtight trucks blowing high pressure air onto the track, along with jet dryers and blowers. Now that process alone takes at minimum an hour and a half to complete. In Daytona Beach, Florida, I'm Randy Campbell. Back to you, John.
All right, Randy Campbell, Daytona, Florida. Randy, thank you. Coming up, there is some monkey business going on this weekend. I'll tell you why this New World monkey is getting some very special treatment. Plus, vets and
You serve
doctors
the Emperor
rush to
well,
save this
Commander. We
endangered
should study
whale
the seed
prematurely
once.
in Texas.
Everything
Her
rests
story.
on what we might learn from it.
That's fucking white. So that's done. Gonna have to wait. Gonna make it here?
Skin craving next level hydration.
Let's see.
Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Drink. A vital boost of 9 times more hydration to boost your skin's barrier for clenched, dewy skin that's full of life. Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Some people just know that the best rain for you is a rain based on you with Allstate. Because you know that just because it fits in the cup holder doesn't mean it's a go. And you know how to breathe without breaking it. And you're definitely not doing, okay, I don't even know what this is, but you're definitely not doing that. With Allstate, you're connected to a rain based on you.
Okay.
Animal cruelty and animal suffering across this country is an enormous issue. It's easy sometimes to kind of disassociate with something that's not right in front of you. Our commercials are showing footage, and it's often
That too.
softened version of what is actually occurring in these situations. We see dogs carrying chains heavier than their own body, and this is how this dog lives its entire life. Basically, a circle that this is its whole existence. We have found dogs with no protection from animals, today without shelter, without adequate water. Sometimes
Stoic contemplation fortifies the soul. This is a tradition upheld by our previous commander,
Am I hearing you exactly right?
So go
Are you
online
proposing
or
to take the day off?
scan this code to save an animal
Excellent. I will make
suffering.
the arrangements.
when I think about the suffering that I see, it's all terrible. It is so much more common than
And so much worse. But today, you can
Fucking Vecchio, such a fucking cunt on the boat, son of a bitch. Minus 50% research speed again? Oh my god, she's always causing problems. What the fuck?
and sign up with your $19 monthly gift. You will save lives. That's our promise. Do it in the next 5 minutes, and we'll send you this exclusive t-shirt welcome kit.
if you are there in person and you see what we're seeing and you hear the cries and the whimpering and you feel the fear, I think most people would be as outraged as I am.
Hear their
something a young man would be. Cowboy or a gangster. And a gangster's out of style. I got back to my roots. We come from a long line of cowboys. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, my auntie. And I see all of us out there on the ranch. I see how far our legacy goes. Fox News event. Town halls. City presidential contenders. Sunday. Nikki Haley joins John Roberts.
Excellent time to save it.
Answering audience questions on the issues that matter. Then, Tuesday, Donald Trump sits down with
I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Alright, peace.
is off the table. 2 Fox News town halls. Democracy 24. Your freedom, your vote.
Ooh, this one stings. Luck has run out for one